Hello, my name is Hannah Paquette. I attend the Evergreen State College in the United States and am studying arts, culture, and entrepreneurship on the Silk Roads with Hurst Diamant and Taibu. My international team is Business and Tourism 6, Strategies for Business Recovery Post-Pandemic. For our work, we examine the negative impact of COVID-19 pandemic on our communities and businesses at both the local and corporate levels. We also observe the powerful potential of e-commerce and social media in revamping industries related to tourism and travel. Now each group member will introduce themselves and their contribution to our work together.
Hi, I'm Kat Jessup. I also attend Evergreen State College. My contribution was a article I wrote about my life on the Long Beach Peninsula. It is a tourist place, and when the pandemic hit, it really devastated the entire community. A lot of the small businesses, as well as the canneries, were either completely shut down and never reopened, or were closed temporarily due to just the lost business and the lost hours. Local stores ended up not being able to keep stock on their shelves because the manufacturers just couldn't keep up with the demand. So I will pass it off to my next group member.
Hello everyone, my name is Munto and I'm now studying at Nha Trang University. My major is English Linguistics, and my part in this team is that I show the instability of the business as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. And this includes how the company rethinking their business strategies in supply chain challenges and in terms of employee health and well-being, which means that it helps workers to work in a safety environment and have more safety environment. And now going to the next member.
Hello everyone, my name is Minha and I'm studying at Nha Trang University, and my major is English Linguistics, and I'm a member of Group Business 6. In my group, I am searching about the role of air travel in the economy and how the airline industry declined in COVID times. When the pandemic broke out, people could not go out, travel, or move to other places. Airlines were forced to suspend flights while still having to continue to pay for maintenance. Air passengers and transport is now also relying in Southeast Asia. Europe is becoming a bright spot in the global aviation market, where the vaccination coverage in many European countries has reached a high level. This is the end of my part, and let's move to the next member.
Okay, my name is James and I'm from Yale University and I'm learning linguistics. In my work, I do results about strategy on business recovery post-pandemic, and it is about aviation industry. Yeah, I think that's under the impact of the COVID pandemic. Most countries are really affected, in which the aviation industry is the hardest hit. So in my part is include for solution related to the aviation industries, with the main aim is to increase benefits for the industries and the country as well. So we move to the next one.
Everyone, my name is Nokpe. I'm from Nha Trang University and I belong to the Faculty of Foreign Language. My part in the final paper is research about the businesses that thrived during the pandemic. So I would like to give a brief introduction about my part. The pandemic caused by the coronavirus has made a huge impact on our daily life. Right from the beginning of the epidemic, everyone thought that this will affect and turn their lives upside down. But when I recognized that some other companies that work in other fields gain much more profit thanks to the pandemic, I realized that not everyone was miserable during the outbreak. So I know it was an obvious finding, but for me, it's quite interesting because from the beginning, I also share the same thought with everyone. So that's why I want to dig deeper into this topic. And in our final paper, I went over how electronic smart device, e-commerce sites, and delivery businesses have all profited from the pandemic, and also mentioned the gain of pharmaceutical companies. And so let's move to the next member.
Okay. Hello everyone. Let me introduce myself. My full name is Nguyễn Thị Mỹ Duyên. I like talking every afternoon with Lonely. I'm a student at Nha Trang University. I'm very happy to join with everyone in this concert. I'm part of Group 6, Business and Tourism. I do this week with my group. The proposal and comment and reports on problem to be discussed. And the name of the group paper, Structure for Business Recovery Post-Pandemic. And yes, I do any research on development of online tourism business activity. I have written potential question for interview. I contribute for the group work, making common, getting more information for topic to discuss, putting our problem, solving, trying to get in touch with team member, giving information to the table via email, tables in tables, and I'm here consist and socialize with each other and learn a lot of in and out. Thank you. That's all I have to say. The next member.
Hello everyone. My name is Nguyễn Tuấn Đạt, and currently I'm studying tourism management in Nha Trang University. And I'm very happy to join our group to research about the business and tourism. As you all know, during and after the COVID-19 pandemic, there are many businesses affected by this pandemic, especially tourism business. Many businesses have gone bankrupt. That's the reason why I'm researching strategies to get business back up and running after the pandemic. I have searched for information resources in Vietnam in particular and internationally in general, in some developing countries, and this is the reason I found. I have found three key strategies that can get the business back to work and ready to go again. The first strategies I want to mention is ensuring tourism and human resources after the coronavirus pandemic. And in this big session, I have two smaller sessions. This is improve the output quality of tourism training institution. And the second is implement human resources training accordance with occupational standards, restructure high quality human resource standards. And the second key strategies I would like to mention is implement solution to stimulate demand on prices to attract tourists. And the final strategies I researched that is about proposing solution to change the business model to actively find more customer resources. Yes, then that's on three main strategies I would like to mention to bring business back to work again after the coronavirus pandemic. Thank you everyone for listening.
In conclusion, we all recognize that air travel is absolutely necessary in maintaining tourism activities, but we're faced with a climate crisis in which continuing with the old model would be ecologically unsustainable. We also recognize the necessity for bringing e-tourism to the spotlight as an efficient as well as a socially sustainable option. It also takes advantage of the creative potential from media outreach and has the potential to divert revenue to local enterprises and away from corporate structures. Because of the reluctance of governments to invest in sustainable travel solutions, establishing strong and thorough e-tourism businesses encourages business to customer models that empower smaller social enterprises, localizing wealth, promoting rural tourism, and strengthening relationships with customers, thus enhancing the overall global community. We are living in a time charged with creative potential, but are hindered by outdated systems that have crashed in the wake of the pandemic, and we are in a unique position to redesign them. But will we act on this opportunity? Will governments and organizations prioritize the health of workers, communities, and the planet over profit as we emerge from the COVID-19 pandemic? It's painfully obvious that without cultural exchange of ideas and collaboration on expertise, progress is unlikely. Unity will be one of the first steps in making these changes towards a socially and environmentally sustainable future. Thank you all for this opportunity to share our voices and ideas internationally. Through this program, we are taking those first steps and working collaboratively towards common goals. Thanks.